Good morning. It's Monday. My car's telling me that it's frozen over, and this is going to be the last time that I say this is the last time we talk about the Mage game. Yeah. This time it truly is. I've been saying it for 2 weeks. This is number 3. Third time's a charm. This game will end tonight. It sounds odd that I'm trying to force the game to end. But as anyone who follows the channel will know, I am off on a 2-week Disney holiday, and we as a group have plans for a new game when I return. So we need to finish this game. I spent a lot of time when I was younger in a group that used to just let games stop. Just never have an ending, just stop. And I really don't like that. Really don't like that. I like to have an ending. I like to be able to finish the game. Even if it's not necessarily the finish that we might have hoped for. I mean, at the moment, we're going to be starting out the session with the largest portion of the group. Yes, I know it's still cold. With the largest portion of the group surrounded by Sluagh, who are trying to kill them. I mean, let's be honest. The likelihood is that's not going to end very well. But it will end. It will end. The issue is that originally the group had uncovered a Nefandi plot, and one of them had been converted into a Nefandi, and they were on their way to fight the final fight, to murder their friend and make everything all better and be fine. And then they time magicked and rolled things back to make it where this is getting really annoying. I know it's frozen. Where was I? Yeah, so basically they rolled back time to a point before their friend was corrupted and changed events so that that corruption never happened. Which, unfortunately for them, pissed off the local Fae, local changelings, for reasons they're not sure of. Now, see, what we know, or what I know, and you're about to know, that they don't know, is that they were originally told by the World of Darkness version of myself that they were working on a peace treaty, which was true. What they didn't know was that the peace treaty was actually between the traditions and the changelings, not the technocracy. Oops. So he lied a little bit. Not that a character modeled after me would ever do that, right? Lying to the group. Come on. And the plan was always to get this group to kill the Nefandi. Basically, the changelings were unwilling to let any mages wander around in their territory as long as they didn't know who the Nefandi was. So the traditions concocted a plan to uncover the Nefandi. This means, though, that the changeling noble in the area was watching very closely what was going on. Which meant that when he felt time quiver with a very powerful use of what he would refer to as the bastardized art of time, because obviously the changelings and the mages don't do magic the same way, but the effect was the same and it was recognizable. He became very upset, and he did some divinations of his own and decided to hell with letting our would-be allies sort this out. I'm going to take matters into my own hands. And he has. He's executed the director, who he knows was the local figurehead for the Nefandi, which he discovered through his scrying through time. He's also sent groups after the person who tried to screw everything up, the mage who used the time magic, Kim. And that's where we've left off now. The thing is that most of the group, when the Sluagh came for Kim, decided to step in front of him and start shooting guns, which traditionally is not a very good response to a wild hunt. Just throwing it out there. Traditionally, a response to a wild hunt is get out of the way. There were one or two members of the group who did that. Doc quite actively stepped back, put his hands up, and moved. But most of the group opened fire, which now means that they are interfering with the hunt, which then continues on to mean that until the target of the hunt is apprehended, until the hunt completes, they are now targets of the hunt as well. Now, that's an important thing to note. Basically, the hunt will go through them to get to Kim, but once it gets Kim, they don't really matter anymore. And it's very possible that realizing that might be the only thing that might save them. Basically, they're going to get given the choice of either offering up Kim on a platter to the Sluagh, or being the snack themselves. Yeah, so that's going to be a fun choice. Happy days, good endings. Now, on the plus side, if they do offer Kim to the Sluagh, the technocracy leadership is in chaos right now, and they could easily step back into things with no problems, as the Nefandic director is now gone. That's if they wanted to do that. They will also possibly find out that they've been had. Maybe. Depends on how it goes. The thing is, if they give up Kim, and if Kim surrenders rather than fighting, then he would find out the truth as he's being dragged in front of the Lord of the area. The Baron of... I can't remember. I'd have to check my own notes. I can't remember if I refer to him as the Lord of Apples or the Baron of Apples. He is both, but I can't remember which one I actually referred to him as to the players. But basically, as Kim gets dragged in front of him, he would find out what's going on. Yeah. So this will be definitely, finally, the end. If Kim tries to time magic it again, just to spite me, I'm probably going to just paradox backlash him into the dawn of time. You know, as you do. And then kill the rest of the group, because they can't get to him, and that means they can't end the hunt. So there we are. The end of the Mage game. I'll be back tomorrow to tell you which path they take, and how it all ends. Depending on how far through we get, if we can finish the Mage game in the first half of the session, then we might spend the second half of the session talking a bit about Changeling. If you've been following my other series, you'll know that I've been running down the assorted kiths and histories. I'll be moving into some other areas in the very near future. And there you have it. Have a great day, and like, subscribe. Please don't forget that. I do appreciate it, and I'll talk to you later.